What's going on, great people? Today we're going to react to Mr. Obama and his stance and comments on how he feel like boys should have multiple role models, and this particular thing that he said where boys should have gay professors in their lives. Now, I don't want to misquote Mr. Obama. So let's get into what he actually said, man, because it's uh
your guys' house. One of the things I loved was just, seeing all your uncles and your cousins. And there were a bunch of different kinds of men. There were men that were kind of soft-spoken, and then there were men that were loud, and there were men who were engineers, and then there were men who were
police officers,
or they drove a jitney cab.
Yeah.
Right. And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy,
one dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that
first of all, what are we even? What do you mean the boy need exposure to multiple men? Like, why are they sitting at this table and making it seem as if the father isn't good enough? The father has a hard enough time in today's society, today's world, to try to keep his family together. He's making ends meet. He's trying to, be in his child's life. A lot of times him and the boy's mother aren't getting along, and it may be a split relationship, so they're co-parenting, and he may see him a few times here and there. But what Barack and Michelle and her brother, what they're doing sitting at the table, they're basically saying that the father isn't good enough. That boy's role model should absolutely be the father. You shouldn't be demeaning fathers in America. You shouldn't put it in this. You shouldn't put these ideas in boys and young males' heads and have them thinking that, oh, my father isn't good enough. I need to go out here and seek other male validation and seek other role models and all this. Nah, man. Your pops is your pops. Your father is your father. Build a relationship with your father. He may not be the best man out here or whatever, but that's your father at the end of the day. And if your father is trying, if he's attempting to be a good father and a good role model, that should go a long way. You shouldn't listen to Obama tell you to, go find some other exposure to some other males, and your father shouldn't be done. Nah, man. Build that relationship with your father.
That boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college.
Here we go. What does that have to do with anything? Why is everything always about gay this and gay that? And like, what's up with that, man? So first you demean the father, and now you're talking about how you had a gay professor in college. Now look at this stupid ass face. He said it like someone just held up a gun to the back of his head and just forced him to say that. Like, bruh, what are you even talking about on here? Obama is a traitor, man. Like it goes back to when the whole campaign season was going on with Kamala and Trump, and he went to that. I don't know what it was. I forgot if it was like a community college or what, but all those young men that was gathered around the table, and Obama basically came in and chastised them and scorned them about, it's sexism, and I heard y'all aren't voting because she isn't this and that, and y'all need to get right, and just own them guys, because as young men they had a difference of opinion, and that's okay. But Obama seen it as it's some type of I don't know, like you're out of line for thinking this way, for having an independent thought.
At a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line. Who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's
you
gay.
No, you don't, Obama. Who are you to tell anyone what they need in their lives? You're not God, bro. You don't need that to be a decent human being. You don't need that in your friend group. Despite what Obama is telling you here, you don't need that to be a decent human being. You know what's right and wrong, man. You know how to treat others. You don't need a gay professor in your life. Your father is good enough. And if he's not good enough, you don't have to particularly go out and get a gay professor to help you to become a man, like Obama here is suggesting. He's suggesting that you go out there and you need a gay professor in your life. You need that you need a gay person in your friend group, so you can learn compassion, so you can figure out how to treat people and be more connected to your emotional side. You need to just work on being a better version of yourself. You don't even need to be connected to your emotions, and you damn sure don't need to let others' emotions period, dictate your life. Emotions, both good and bad, serves you no purpose. Don't be a slave to your emotions. Just focus on being a decent human being, man.
Non-binary or what have you. They have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So that, I think, is creating that community. I know it's corny, but that's what they need.
And we talk a lot about what
corny.
we had with our mother and father, right? And a lot of times but we really did have a big community of people in our lives.
Right.
I mean, that we don't talk a lot about that on this show. We allude to it, but Craig and I, we grew up in a huge community of extended aunts and uncles and cousins and all types of male.
And look at how you turned out, Michelle. You're a former first lady, yet you still get on your podcast and complain about not being able to complain as a Black woman. You always put Black in front of everything. You always push. You always put being a woman in front of everything. So you're not. Who are you guys to be sitting here giving any type of advice when we've seen and witnessed you guys on numerous occasions just play this whole victim card, like you're not good enough, and it's a struggle, and the world is so tough and it's so hard, and this, that, and the third. You can't get ahead. Yet you was the former first lady. Your husband was the former president, first Black president at that. So why are you pushing this stuff? Like, nah, man, I'm not I'm not buying it. And then Obama, man, everything with I guess this is the new male outreach for the Democratic Party. But I doubt it gets anywhere, man, because people see right through it. Michelle, I'm not gonna say too much, but
which
Michelle
helped
and her
in
brother here,
broadening out and filling in where our mother and father were limited.
So for Emma,
this is
I'm
Michelle's
picking up
brother.
a couple of things. Community, big,
Huge.
not just
a single mom,
mom
and
or mom and dad, but a broad community. And I can appreciate you using our family as an example, but uncles, but not necessarily blood
It doesn't
uncles,
have to be blood.
but men who can who can give a kid or kids some contextualization of who their parents are.
Right. And also,
what it
and
means.
can model,
Yeah.
there are a lot of ways to be a responsible, respected, strong man. And you don't have to be rich, and you don't have to be a professional athlete.
And you
don't have to have a gay professor. Come on, man. You don't have to be all those things, but yet you need a gay professor. You need a gay friend. You need this and that and the third, but whatever. Obama, though, this is nothing new to Obama, though.
rights that are conferred by the state are equal for same-sex couples as well as for heterosexual couples. Now, with respect to marriage, it's my
Everything
belief
is
that
just
it's
gay,
up to the
gay,
individual
with
denominations
Obama.
to make a decision.
It has to be
as to whether they
gayness
want to recognize
somewhere in
marriage
there
or not.
when Obama is speaking. Always.
With respect to gay marriage, I do not support gay marriage, but I support a very strong version of civil unions where I think the state has to recognize the same rights and responsibilities for gay people, same-sex couples, as they do for anybody else. Because the state is not a religious.
All right, Obama. Yeah. That whole thing, man, my takeaway from it, man, is just another way of trying to divide the family and demean the father, as if the father isn't good enough, the father isn't strong enough, the father isn't capable of raising a decent young man. And they're kicking this shit to the black community. Of course, they're not talking to anyone else but the black community. But this is this is more harmful than anything, because once you get it in the heads of young men that, oh man, your father may need to be checked as well. Your father isn't, he shouldn't be your end all be all. He shouldn't be your role model. Go out there and go find you a gay professor. Go out there and find you other role models that are better than your dad, your father. Bring in this wide community of people, and you just don't have to worry about and be up under your father. Go expand your horizons and seek other male validation. Nah, man. Build, like I said, if your pops is a decent man, if your father is working on himself, get advice from your father. Build that relationship with your father. Honor your father, especially if he's trying. Honor your mother. But let the father be the father. Let the father, teach you how to be a man. For the young men out there, allow your father to help you become a man. Don't seek it from anyone else. Nobody else has that love for you that your parents and your father has for you. So build that relationship with your father, man. I don't know what Obama is talking about with all this. Oh, he had a gay male professor and you need gay people to be a decent human. Nah, man. Nah, you can be decent just by working on yourself and building yourself and doing and seeking what's right and gaining wisdom. You don't need, like, don't fall victim of the world and the things that these people push in mainstream media. Once again, man, build that relationship with your father, talk with your father, learn from your father. I'm out.